Okay, I have been getting comments, questions, basically saying, okay, I've gotten all these new cars, can I show them all at once? No. I do have a picture that has the majority of them, and I'll include it. But these are the ones in my bedroom. They're stacked because these are the ones that are most precious to me. They're not around any lipos, no batteries are in them, no fuel is in them, so these stay back here because they are the ones that, to me, these can't be replaced. They probably can be replaced, but for a lot more than I paid for them. Like that right there. I paid half of what it cost. But starting with the most recent. Not the most recent. The one I got before the others. Up there, the HPI RS4 Sport 3 Drift. Ended up putting a Mamba Max Pro with a 7700 kV motor in it. Switched that out for a 3800 kV motor because I wanted to run 3S. Savox servo, Spectrum radio system, SRS 4210 receiver, all that good stuff. Originally I had wanted the Porsche. I couldn't find the Porsche. But I really like the steel drive lines in these. So that's how I got it. I got this and this at the same hobby shop. I went back into the hobby shop. He had this and I grabbed it. It's the HPI RS4 Sport 3 Flux. The only thing I've done to it is put a Savox servo in it. I will not change it until HPI starts distributing again. But yeah, it sits. I never run it. This one has sat for probably 6 to 8 months. Next, the Tamiya F201. I had a friend that had this, and he was selling it, and I basically told him, well, I'd like to have that. Well, he said, I'll send it to you, you have to pay me. Well, my name is pretty good on Facebook. If I say I'm going to pay you, I always pay. I've not once said, I've got a lot of cars that people have sent to me, and then as soon as I got the money, I sent them the money. Initially, the Tamiya had nothing in it, no running, no radio. Needed a motor mount, so I got the metal motor mount for it. I put just a Gould RC brushless system. It's fine for it's just a 40 amp brushless system. I'm not going to run it. It sits like that does. It sits and just collects dust and money. Below that is the RS4 Nitro RS4 3 Vaughn Gittin Jr. Mustang. Basically at the time I was looking to get a Fortec. I couldn't find anywhere that had a Fortec. I was also looking at getting a funny car. They were out of stock. So I kept looking, and I ended up finding this. It took me 2 days to find this. But I got it from Maniac Hobbies down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I ordered it. Had it within 3 days. It's nitro. Everything on it's stock. Except usually I always swap out servos. And it does have a FlySky radio system in it. Which honestly for me is fine. Then I got a couple months later after this. Ended up moving back into my own place after my grandmother moved into a nursing home. I ended up getting the Dark Thunder. Again, I had a friend that I had spoken to, and he knew that I really liked RC dragsters. So he said, well, I have this, and I wanted a nitro 1/10 scale top fuel dragster. I have a 1/8 scale. I have the top fuel, no, the Traxxas Funny Car dragster. But same thing, he sent it to me and I paid him. Sort of, that time I paid him. Been ran, I had to break in the motor. The chassis has barely any scratches on it. It's been taken very good care of. Yeah, there's a little dust on it, but that's because it sits. All the cars in here sit. And then more recently, I got the bike. This is the Thunder Tiger FM1. It doesn't have the body on it at the moment. I'm cleaning things up on it from the few times I have ran it. It comes with the little stand right here. Got things to clean up, but not that big of a deal. So yeah, just got to clean things up, that's it. I don't know why that looks that way. I can clean that up. That's just some tarnish on the chrome. But yeah, I got that for steel. And just a couple days ago, I got this, the Schumacher Menace GTR. Now, like I said, all these are in my bedroom. There's no fuel back here. There's no fuel in them. There's after run oil in every motor. The electric motors, all bearings have been oiled with Teflon oil. So these pretty much sit. They don't go anywhere. Every now and then I'll break one out, run it a little while. I'll break the drift out every now and then, because honestly it's not going to see a lot of speed. It also has aluminum wheels on it. But as for the Tamiya, the Sport 3 Flux, the Nitro RS43, I ran the Nitro RS43 more than I should have. The bike I ran more than I should have, but that I've only ran once thus far. That I've only ran 3 times, the Dark Thunder. The Tamiya I've only ran twice. And that was just to make sure everything worked. So yeah, that's the bedroom. Now it's time to go to the RC room. Okay, now we are in the RC room, and as you can see, I have cars stacked on top of each other, just vehicles all over the place, vehicles down here, vehicles up there, transmitters, all the stuff I would use to work on them, charge batteries, all my tools over there, boxes and boxes full of parts, radios, 5th scale parts, just, oh yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of parts, fuel. Got these little things right here, some of my lipos, Phantom lipos, receivers, electronic setups, receivers, Castle Link, and up there you can see a Spectrum DX2E, the Traxxas, the Rotostart. Bones Brew. Behind that is O'Donnell's Race Blend. That box right there next to the fuel is all my RS4 parts. Next to that is my Nitro box. That box is packed full of Nitro motors that all run. And then next to that is my chemical box, greases, everything I would use to clean an RC vehicle, relube it, and all that good stuff. Okay, so now start getting to the very first car I got. Was a Dominus Hellion SC10, just a regular brush version. I ended up selling it. I can't even remember what for now. But to me, when I really got into it, July 17, 2015, the 15th or the 14th, I ordered a T-Max, got it on the 17th. So yeah, my T-Max has quite a few upgrades. I now have a big block, OFNA big block. Basically what it does is it's the mounting tabs are pushed forward slightly, so the motor will sit further back in the chassis. That's in a box of parts. That was the first that I got. I still have my chassis right down here for the one of the vehicles where I really started doing reviews, the Exceed Driftstar. Now that body is on the Fortec, which I got just here recently. I got it last week, I believe. Yeah, about 10 days ago I got that. But yeah, that's just the body on it, because I don't like the Fortec body. And this is a more stout body, honestly. It's thicker, so I'll be able to take more abuse. Up under all this, I got a 5T. It's got a 26cc motor. The piston needs to be, I'm going to replace the piston, but it's mainly the compression ring. The ring on it has gone bad, so it just needs a new ring for good compression. It'll run, but not run great. Here recently, again, I got the Mad Force, and back there, the blue, the Fury. So I got those two together. And I also got a Red Cat Blackout XTE Pro. It was brushless, and I traded it for this. I actually traded Extreme RC. Back there is the Kyosho MP 7.5 Kanai 3. I don't run it. It's one of the collectibles, but I'm running out of room in my bedroom. Back here is the, I don't run this that much. That's the Top Fuel, the Traxxas Funny Car. It's got some mods made to it. Still need to get the aluminum wheelie bar. Move this pillow, because every now and then I'll come in here and I'll move things and lay and watch TV. That is my Revo big block chassis. I've got a motor to go in there. I just got to build it. Put that back over there. Right there we got the Tamiya 801 XT. Put a OS 30 in there. That thing's a monster. Then we have the Jado. It's missing rear wheels at the moment. I have wheels to put on it, just haven't done it. We got the 3.3 in it. And next got the Revo 3.3 RPM arms. Some upgrades, not a lot. Someone asked me about the springs between the brake pads. Now you can see where you put the springs. Basically what it does is when you let off the brakes, it pushes the brake pads away from each other so you don't have any friction. And next over, this is the body that goes on the Revo, a Corvette. But I have my Phantom that I use for aerial shots. It hasn't flown in quite a while. It's never crashed. Had it for, wow, about 2 years now. A HBI Baja. I love it. It's got quite a few mods on it. It's got a huge servo on it. It's actually got an MTXL servo on it. Steering servo. 1 inch extended hexes all around. You can actually see the hexes are longer. So it's got a wider footprint. And then next to that, 5SC. It's got trenchers on it pretty much all around. The front are King Motor. It's got King Motor wheels and King Motor Pioneers up front, but the tread pattern is basically the same as the trenchers, but the rear has a softer compound. Got the Fury. No, not the Fury, the Raider. The brushless Raider. This thing is mental on 3S. Very fun. But I usually run it on 3S. Just the best for this I found is the Zippy Compact 5000 milliamp hour 3S. It fills the battery tray up, and you'll get about 45 minutes of runtime out of it. But it's one of my very few electrics. I don't really have a lot of electrics. Let's keep going. Up there, that is my Super Nitro RS4. I have everything to build it. I just haven't got. I've got quite a few projects, but I've been getting more cars, and I have one more vehicle I'm getting, another Nitro bike, and then I'm gonna start completing projects like this. I have a RS4 II, which is down. Where did it go? I can't remember where it went. Oh, here it is. RS4 II right here. I'll be building it. As you see, it's sort of cramped in here. Right here is all my charging wires, extra parts, a scale, a lot of extra parts. This would be the bigger tools and some extra parts. More extra parts. And then oils, greases, stuff for wiring. And then down here we have two TC3s, one with foam tires, one with rubber. So yeah, twins, sort of. I did a video when I got these, and they both run great. And next to that, I have a Super Nitro RS4 III. Not a Super Nitro, a RS4 III before they went to the Evo with a single speed. Fun for drifting. I know it's not the best lighting, but yeah, it's just got the 15 in it, the SH15. Up here, we have the RS4 3 Drift, Nitro Drift. Rare. It has a center-mounted engine. Weird exhaust system. I'm going to change the exhaust system to something else. That exhaust system makes it almost impossible for that engine to stay idling. And then over here we have two low-C 1/24th micro SCTs. Those are really fun, especially in the house. Me and my fiance will drive against each other. They're very tough. Just make sure you take it apart and set the slipper clutch if you decide to run 3S. So yeah, as of right now, that's pretty much all of them. I don't think I missed anything. I think there's some up under there that I can't get to at the moment, and I'm really not going to dig them out. They're actually, yeah, there's a few up under there. Honestly, I have so many I can't always remember everything I have when I try to go counting all of them. I'll place a picture of most of them, put in a picture. Oh yeah, I forgot the DBXL. It's now got Proline trenchers all the way around. Oh wow. Ryder Logix intake manifold, so you can move the air filter to the front. A13 carb, kill switch, 30.5 full mod motor, DDM pipe, a lot of aluminum parts, bulkheads, stiff cases, steering brace, Bartolone braces, chassis braces. Yeah, right now, if I was to sell this one, I'd probably sell it for about $1,250, $1,500. With just everything that's been to it, and just really, I don't run it a lot. I don't have the room to run the fifth scales at the moment. I will soon. The reason I have those is two of those pictures, the one behind that one right there with the SR71, it's actually two pictures of, well, it's one picture, but below it is the U2. This picture is almost impossible to find. If you find another, keep it. That is a SR71 and a U2. The reason I have all this U2 stuff is my grandmother was the accountant for the U2 project before the U2 was even made public. So she knew about the U2 before anybody else did. Now there was many times out at Robins Air Force Base, she would tell to my grandfather, I want to go out to the flight line and watch something land. She could not tell him what it was. All they saw was this sleek black jet. Looked like that one actually. Coming in for a landing, no lights, completely blacked out. All you could see was a faint silhouette. And a chase car beside it because it has bicycle wheels. It doesn't have the standard 3 wheels and 1. 3 and 1, no, 2 and 1. 2 in the, either 2 in the front and 1 in the back, or 2 in the back, 1 in the front. It has 2 in the front, 2 in the back. So it uses sort of training wheels on the wings when it takes off. And then my favorite plane above that, the SR71. And of course, I forgot the Convergence. I love this thing. It's very fun to fly. The first one was a pain in the butt. I'm now looking at getting the Xvert, but again, with Horizon, they're trying new stuff, so the brand new ones are having problems. Discover RC has one, and he couldn't even get it to go into plane mode correctly without trying to crash. So, and that was the same thing that happened with these. This is the third airframe I've had, second set of electronics. And yeah, over here I have my Baja 5SC box that I cut up and just put it up there. I had some pictures over here, but they fell down. I don't even know how they fell. And tools, Dremel, more tools. So yeah, this is where I sit, right here. I sit right here. And then there's my desk. I got a big 42-inch TV to watch while I'm working on stuff. Don't have a lot of room. A lot of people say these E3 spark plugs don't make extra power. Well, I have the proof that they do. So I'm not gonna complain or try to compare size of. I'm not gonna go through a pissing match with anybody. If you don't like them, fine. But when I meet you at the track, I'll outrun you. I've already used them at tracks before and went against guys saying, oh, the E3 isn't going to do anything. Well, they were running NGKs. I was always able to get out of the turn faster, accelerate faster, and we were running, sometimes I was running a 29cc and they were running a 30.5 full mod. I do mods to mine, but not all of them are full mod. Like my Baja, it's not a full mod, it's modified some. The 5SC stock 29cc came with 26. 5T, haven't raced it yet, it's still relatively new. So yeah, that's everything. And there's the Fortec body right there. I got some cleaning up to do, but it's a lot better than it has been in the past. And of course, if you're into RCs, you gotta have chargers. The one reason the top of that charger is off is because this tactile switch right here went out. So I have to use a piece of metal in there, and it still works to this day. It's a very, very good charger. And then I have the Team Tenergy next to it. Works great. FlySky GT3C, Spectrum DX4S, and then out in the living room I got more stuff. That battery's shot. I still gotta get completely kill it and throw it in the trash. But yeah, that's it. This is not a show-off video. People asked. I'll show. One of my trophies, winning. First place. I don't have any, honestly, so far I haven't came in, it's either first place or I don't get a trophy. That's how I am. If you're not first, you're last, in my opinion. But yeah, there's my, here's all just boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of parts. And then that box down there, the Raider box, that's where all my manuals are. I keep all my manuals, all my paperwork. I keep it all because it makes the value go up. I don't have a body for the Kyosho MP 7.5 yet. I need to get one. So, yeah, that's all my RC vehicles. Well, not all of them. There's a few that are missing out because they're not here at the moment. They're my grandmother's because simply I run out of room. But that's what's here. These are the ones that I run mostly. Oh yeah. Thanks for watching.